anger and rage. I have a lot of you who've not been saved very long. Wanted to make sure that we kept our witness. So I wanted to encourage them to fight the good fight of faith and don't fight any other way but that way. When I got off the platform, the youth leader who had helped to set this event up asked me if I would get back on the platform and share with the people that the words that we were speaking were not meant to be hate speech. Now, we've shared the love of Jesus as much as we could possibly share it. We sang about his love, spoke about his love, and even shared that he loves us so much that if you're battling with this perversion in your life, that God can set you free from it. But they considered those words hate speech and asked for us to get back on the platform and to share that this was not hate speech, but this was meant to be able to express what Christ had done in our hearts, and that if you want the same, he will do it for you as well. So we tried to share that and let them know that this was not our heart to offend, it was only our heart to share about the love of Jesus and what his power is able to do. And that if you disagree with our message, it's okay. We don't think that you hate us because you disagree, but it's okay to disagree without saying that we hate each other. Well, there was a lady there, part of the staff of the school, who grabbed the microphone and began to release some of the most awful comments concerning what we had come to do. She began to say that this was not Christ-like, that we should not have come, that Jesus Christ would not have done this, and that she grew up hearing hate speech all her life, and that we shouldn't have said what we've said. And she looked at me and said, you being a person of color, whose people have been discriminated against since the beginning of American history, how can you, after your people have been through what you've been through, come and say the things that you've said about homosexuality? Trying to put together what my color has to do with the person you choose to sleep with. Is when I go to bed, I can't choose what skin I wake up in. So when you go to bed, you can choose who you're laying next to. Come on, somebody say amen. Seeing that she's speaking from anger, fear, and probably pain from other people who, in the name of Christ, have probably said some horrible things to this woman, I begin to realize that the enemy had brought great deception to this situation. And this woman, after she said what she said, it just, for lack of a better word to say this, it released people to be open and vulgar about their disagreement with us. It got almost into a place of a riot. We were escorted off the property, asked to leave. It got really intense. It got ugly. The pastor of the church tried to go back to the college the next day, and when he walks upon the property, the homosexual community at the college begins to, they had written on the grounds that we take back our school. Rainbow flags were put all over the campus. It was placed in the newspaper. You can go to the YouTube and see our message from that particular event. Needless to say, it gripped our hearts, troubled us pretty heavy. But a night or two later into the week there, because we stayed there for about 4 or 5 days, there were two gentlemen that showed up from the school.